The truth is, style after 60 is not about dressing younger. It's about dressing wiser. It's about understanding which colors bring warmth back to your skin, softness to your features, and elegance to your entire presence. Because the most attractive women in the room are rarely the loudest. They're the women who look comfortable in their own skin, calm, refined, and effortlessly confident. And here's something fascinating. Men often notice softness and harmony far more than flashy fashion. They notice warmth, ease, grace. A woman who looks polished without looking like she tried too hard. That's the power of the right neutral colors. Today we're exploring 6 timeless shades that can completely elevate the way mature women look and feel. Ivory warm, camel blush sand, soft taupe, soft olive, and charcoal gray. These aren't just beautiful colors, they're colors that make mature beauty glow. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's discover which neutral colors make elegance absolutely unforgettable. Part 1. Why neutral colors become more powerful after 60. Have you ever noticed that some women walk into a room wearing the simplest outfit imaginable, and yet somehow they look absolutely unforgettable? Not flashy, not overdone, just elegant in a way that feels effortless. More often than not, the secret isn't expensive clothing, it's color choice. Neutral colors have a very different purpose than bold fashion shades. They don't compete with you, they support you. Think of them as a soft frame around a beautiful painting. Shades like ivory, camel taupe, soft olive, warm gray, and sandy beige create what I like to call background luxury. They allow your face, your smile, your eyes, and your natural presence to become the focus. And this becomes especially important after 60. As we age, our skin changes. It may lose some natural brightness, become thinner, or shift in undertone. That's why colors that once looked wonderful can suddenly feel harsh or draining. A bright, icy white may emphasize shadows under the eyes. A cold gray might make the skin appear tired. But the right neutral, it can soften everything beautifully. This is where undertones matter. Warm undertones often glow in camel or soft olive. Cooler skin may come alive in taupe or charcoal gray. And neutral undertones usually have the most flexibility. Once you discover your best tones, something incredible happens. Your whole appearance begins to feel more balanced, refined, and quietly confident. And if you're enjoying this conversation so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with another woman who deserves to feel elegant at every age. Now that we understand why neutrals matter so much, let's move into the first color that instantly brightens mature beauty in the most graceful way. Color 1. Ivory, the softer, more elegant version of white. Let me ask you something. Have you ever put on a bright white top and felt like something just looked off? Maybe your skin appeared paler. Maybe the lines around your eyes suddenly seemed more noticeable. Or perhaps the color felt too sharp, too cold, too intense against your features. That happens more often than many women realize, especially after 60. And this is exactly where ivory becomes a game changer. Unlike stark white, ivory carries a gentle warmth underneath and has a creamy softness that works beautifully with mature skin because it reflects light in a much kinder way. Instead of creating harsh contrast, it softly brightens the face. The effect is subtle but incredibly powerful. Skin looks smoother, eyes appear warmer. The entire expression feels more relaxed and radiant. What makes ivory so special is the mood it creates. It feels refined without trying too hard, feminine without looking overly delicate, luxurious in a calm, understated way. Think about a soft ivory sweater on a crisp morning paired with simple gold earrings and natural makeup. There's something timeless about that image, quietly beautiful, effortlessly polished. And here's a practical tip many stylish women swear by: wear ivory close to your face. A blouse, scarf knit top, or even pearl-toned jewelry can instantly soften your overall appearance. If you've been relying on pure white for years, try replacing it with ivory just once. You may be surprised how much warmer, gentler, and more elegant you suddenly look. And speaking of warmth, the next color takes elegance to an entirely different level. Rich, graceful, and quietly expensive in the most beautiful way. Color 2, warm. Camel, the color of quiet confidence. There's a reason some women can wear the simplest camel coat and instantly look elegant, polished, and incredibly sophisticated. It's not about the brand. It's not even about the outfit itself. It's the emotional feeling this color creates. Warm camel carries a richness that feels timeless. Somewhere between golden brown and soft honey, it has depth without heaviness and warmth without looking overly trendy. And for mature women, that balance is incredibly flattering. As we get older, many women naturally develop warmer undertones in the skin. Soft, gold, peach, honey, even a subtle bronze warmth. Camel works beautifully with those tones because it reflects warmth back onto the face instead of draining it away. Unlike cold beige, which can sometimes make the complexion look flat, or dark brown, which may feel too heavy, camel has a softness that brings life back into the skin. But beyond appearance, camel communicates something deeper. It gives off that old money elegance people are drawn to without fully understanding why. Calm confidence, refined taste. A woman who no longer feels the need to prove anything to anyone. Picture a mature woman walking through the city in autumn, wearing a camel wool coat, a soft scarf, and simple leather gloves. Nothing flashy, nothing loud. Yet she looks unforgettable. And the beauty of camel is how wearable it is. A cashmere cardigan, a structured blazer, even a leather handbag in this shade can elevate an outfit instantly. Now, while camel brings warmth and strength, the next color introduces something softer, more feminine, and surprisingly luxurious in the most subtle way. Color 3, blush. Sand, the softest kind of luxury. Now, here's a color many women have probably never heard described this way before. Yet once you see it, you can't unsee its beauty. It's called blush sand, and honestly, this may be one of the most flattering neutral shades a mature woman can wear. Imagine the softness of warm beige mixed with the gentlest touch of dusty rose. Not pink in a youthful or sugary way, not trendy or overly feminine. Instead, it feels elegant, calm, refined, like the kind of beauty that grows stronger with age rather than louder. One of the biggest changes many women notice after 60 is that the skin can lose some of its natural rosy warmth. Complexion may appear paler, flatter, or slightly tired, especially under certain lighting. Blush sand quietly solves that problem. It brings a subtle warmth back to the face without looking artificial. The skin appears softer, the features look gentler, and somehow the entire woman seems more radiant. What I love most about this shade is the emotional feeling behind it. Blush sand feels like a woman who truly knows herself. She's not trying to look younger. She's not chasing attention. Yet there's something undeniably magnetic about her presence. And this color becomes absolutely stunning with silver or white hair. A silk blouse in blush sand paired with soft gold jewelry or a cashmere cardigan creates that effortless Parisian elegance so many women admire. Interestingly, this isn't the kind of color that immediately screams for attention. It works differently. The longer people look, the more beautiful it becomes. Sophisticated, warm, deeply feminine. Up next, we're talking about a neutral that fashion insiders absolutely adore, a shade that quietly makes everything look expensive and incredibly polished. Color 4, soft taupe, the color of quiet refinement. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how certain women walk into a room and instantly look elegant, even though they're wearing the simplest outfit imaginable? No loud prints, no sparkling details, no dramatic styling, just effortless sophistication. More often than not, the secret is color harmony, and soft taupe does this beautifully. Taupe is one of the most underrated neutrals in fashion, especially for women over 60. It's a graceful blend of gray and brown, sitting perfectly between warm and cool tones. That balance is exactly what makes it feel so luxurious. It never tries too hard. Instead, it creates the kind of polished simplicity associated with European-style quiet luxury and timeless taste. What makes soft taupe especially flattering on mature women is the way it interacts with the face. Harsh colors can create strong shadows and emphasize fine lines, but taupe softens everything. It adds gentle depth without making features appear severe. The result is refined, feminine, and incredibly natural. This shade is particularly beautiful on women with neutral or cool undertones. If silver jewelry tends to flatter your skin more than bright yellow gold taupe, may become one of the most elegant colors in your wardrobe. And unlike trendy shades that only look good in perfect lighting, taupe works almost everywhere. Morning sunlight, cozy indoor restaurants, soft evening lighting, it remains calm, elevated, and sophisticated. Picture a soft taupe knit sweater paired with tailored cream trousers and a beautiful leather handbag. Nothing flashy, yet everything feels expensive. That's the power of tasteful restraint. Now, speaking of confidence, the next color brings something completely different, a grounded elegance that feels rich, calming, and surprisingly powerful. Color 5, Soft Olive, the most underrated elegant color. After 60. Some colors don't just change an outfit, they change the entire mood of the woman wearing them. Soft olive is one of those rare shades. At first glance, it may seem understated, a muted olive green softened with gray undertones. But that quiet complexity is exactly what makes it unforgettable. Soft olive carries a kind of earthy sophistication that feels artistic, intelligent, and deeply modern, without ever becoming trendy. Unlike brighter greens that can feel overpowering, this tone has restraint. It feels grounded, calm, collected. And on mature women, that effect can be incredibly magnetic. What's especially beautiful about soft olive is the emotional atmosphere it creates. It reminds people of nature, early autumn light, old European streets after rain, linen fabric moving gently in the breeze. There's something peaceful about it. Yet at the same time, it still feels polished and elevated. This shade works wonderfully on women with warm or golden undertones, especially those with peachy skin or naturally olive complexions. It enhances warmth in the face without making the skin appear overly red or tired. Instead, everything looks softer and more harmonious. And practically speaking, soft olive is surprisingly wearable. A relaxed blouse, lightweight jacket, or beautifully tailored trousers in this color can become staples in a wardrobe because they layer effortlessly with ivory, camel, taupe, and even charcoal gray. What makes soft olive truly special, though, is the personality behind it. This is the color of a woman who no longer rushes to impress anyone. She's thoughtful, cultured, comfortable in her own presence. Picture her walking through a quiet European city in early fall, elegant without trying, calm without fading into the background. That's the kind of beauty soft olive captures so effortlessly. Color 6, Charcoal Gray, the power of quiet confidence. There comes a point in life when elegance stops being about decoration and starts becoming about presence. That's exactly where charcoal gray shines. For decades, black has been seen as the ultimate sophisticated color. But on mature skin, especially after 60, pure black can sometimes feel too sharp. It may create heavy contrast around the face, emphasize shadows, or make features appear more severe than intended. Charcoal gray offers something far more refined. It carries the same sense of structure and authority as black, but with softness woven into it. The result feels intelligent, modern, and effortlessly elevated rather than intimidating. And when paired with silver white or salt and pepper hair, charcoal gray becomes incredibly striking. Instead of competing with natural hair color, it enhances it. The entire look suddenly feels cohesive, polished, in a very understated way. What makes charcoal especially powerful is the emotional message it sends. This isn't the color of someone seeking attention. It's the color of a woman who already knows her value. Calm, capable, grounded. There's strength in the simplicity. A beautifully tailored charcoal blazer, structured trousers, or a soft wool coat can instantly make an outfit appear more intentional and expensive. And unlike harsh black, charcoal remains wearable in daytime settings without feeling overly formal. One of the most elegant combinations is charcoal paired with ivory. The contrast feels clean and sophisticated. Taupe softens it further, while soft olive adds depth and personality. Because true style was never about looking younger, it was always about becoming more fully yourself. Part 3. How to style neutral colors for an expensive, elegant look. After 60, there's a reason some women walk into a room wearing the simplest outfit imaginable and somehow look more elegant than everyone else. It's rarely about bold prints or dramatic fashion trends. More often, it comes down to balanced texture and the quiet confidence that comes from truly understanding what works for you. One of the easiest styling secrets is learning how to combine light neutrals with deeper tones. Think about the softness of ivory paired with charcoal gray, or warm camel layered with soft taupe. These combinations create gentle contrast without looking harsh. The result feels refined, dimensional, and incredibly polished. Nothing screams for attention, yet the entire outfit feels intentional. Texture also plays a huge role in making neutrals look luxurious. A simple neutral sweater can look completely different depending on the fabric. Cashmere adds softness. Linen brings relaxed sophistication. Silk reflects light beautifully against mature skin. Even a chunky knit cardigan can make an outfit feel rich and elevated when the tones are harmonious. And here's where many stylish women over 60 truly shine: layering. A long coat over a soft knit. A scarf draped naturally over the shoulders. A structured blazer with flowing trousers. These details create movement and depth that instantly make an outfit feel more expensive. Accessories are the finishing touch, not the main event. Pearls, soft gold jewelry, a beautiful leather handbag in camel or taupe. These subtle elements complete the look without overpowering it. Because in the end, true style after 60 isn't about dressing younger. It's about dressing with ease, grace, and presence. And the women who master that kind of elegance are often the ones people remember long after they leave the room. Before we end today's conversation, take a moment and think about this. The most elegant woman you've ever met probably wasn't the loudest person in the room. She likely wasn't wearing the brightest colors or the trendiest outfit either. And yet, there was something about her people couldn't forget. That is the quiet power of refined style. Throughout this video, we explored 6 beautiful neutral shades: ivory warm, camel blush, sand, soft taupe, soft olive, and charcoal gray. But these colors do far more than simply make an outfit look polished. The right tones soften mature skin, bring light back to the face, enhance silver hair, and create a sense of calm sophistication that feels timeless instead of trendy. More importantly, they change how a woman feels inside her clothing, and that's the real transformation. True elegance after 60 is not about trying to look 25 again. It's not about hiding age fighting wrinkles or chasing every fashion trend that appears online. Real style evolves. It becomes more intentional, more personal, more graceful with time. A beautiful neutral palette allows a woman to step into the strongest version of herself, confident, feminine, composed, and deeply authentic. Because the right color doesn't just change your wardrobe, it changes the energy you bring into a room. And there's something incredibly powerful about a woman who no longer needs attention to feel valuable. She already knows who she is. That quiet confidence becomes magnetic. It becomes memorable. If today's video inspired you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video with another wonderful woman over 60 who deserves to feel elegant, radiant, and confident in her own skin. And before you go, tell us in the comments which neutral color felt the most like you. Remember, this style is never only about clothing. It is presence. It is identity. It is the beautiful energy of a woman who understands her worth more deeply with every passing year.